Yo, what's up? Thank you for watching another episode of a podcast with no name yet, episode 48. I am the host for this week, Ricky, along with my co-gamer, Manny.
Show.
So how's it been, Manny?
It's been good. It's been good. Um, been really waiting for this episode. Yeah. Um, yeah.
So
It's gonna be really fun.
that is, it's like before we got started recording, Manny was pretty much excited about this episode and everything like that,
Yeah.
and he was like he was so
For reasons you'll find out.
he was showing his excitement and everything. Right now, it's just like, how is he doing? He's so calm with it now. I'm like, bro.
I compressed it. I'm good at compressing my feelings,
Anyways,
emotions.
but no. Anyways, first things foremost. You can catch the podcast every Wednesday at 10 a.m. on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, and any other audio podcast services around the beautiful world that we live in today, and all that stuff and everything, and all that stuff. One thing to know. Special shout out to some good friends of ours, Port City fellas. Um, I, I
Oh,
I I
I was like,
may or may not be in a video. There might be a little cameo of me and all that stuff. Depending on whenever they pull it, because this will be live on this episode will go live on Wednesday. So whether it be before this uploads or after this episode, be sure to
go check it out.
check it out. I'll leave the link to their channel below and all that stuff. Leave them a sub and all that stuff. So and everything. So be on the lookout for that. And I may or may have not probably plugged this channel too many times in that cameo. And it's probably the only thing I say in that cameo. and,
There's a plug. That's it.
um, but anyways, we're gonna get right to it because I'm not gonna say it's a jam-packed episode, but
Awesome.
it's like we two of our topics are okay for I've seen for let's say one topic I've seen what it is for this topic. Manny's only seen half of it. We've both seen what the last topic's gonna be, and if you don't know and everything like that, if you haven't been watching the recent episodes and all that stuff, we've been doing a little series now on reviewing particular things and all that stuff, and we're beginning something awesome. We're gonna keep it going with this new show
For
and
those of
everything.
you who want to know, we're covering theatrical covers of famous opera movies.
Phantom of the
This week's
Opera.
gonna be Phantom of the Opera.
I call it.
Next week's gonna be Hamlet. Next week's gonna be Hamlet. Then it's gonna be Hamilton. So yeah, we got a really good episode for
Wait,
you opera lovers.
Hamilton's not an opera.
There's a version of an opera version. I've seen an opera version. Yeah, I really enjoy opera.
Okay.
Not like to listen to it like on like radio, but like to go to it. Like I enjoy watching it. Not just I wouldn't put it on Spotify. That's not my thing.
Okay.
But
It's good to know. Anyways, we're gonna get to the first topic, and this is something that we just got put up to me, and I'm kind of upset. It's probably gonna be my re-retirement into COD again and all that stuff. But as you know, we're already in March and all that stuff. We're in the midst of season 2 of Cold War right now and all that stuff. We got the zombies in the hospital in Verdansk and all that stuff. And everything like that. Where the outbreak has been fun times with me, Manny, and some friends of ours and all that stuff.
you're
Um,
missing me in the voice.
I was gonna say the boys, yeah. Um, and then
They're like, who are the
for
boys?
some reason, we still play multiplayer, even though we recently
I
had an
really
incident.
enjoy multiplayer.
Even though we've had an incident already in that game.
Okay,
But
that
hey,
part.
and all
Yeah,
that stuff,
maybe.
and all that stuff. So hey, the ball keeps rolling when we back in Call of Duty. But no, hopefully it depends on how depends on if they're gonna do it like this again, like how they normally reveal titles, or if they're gonna do it like they did last year with Cold War. But but anyways, we're getting rumors about this year's title, 2021, and everything, and looks like we're going back to World War II.
Dope, dope.
Okay, here's my thing. Here's my gripe. Here's the thing. Okay, so before I go, so Modern Warzone It's a Twitter account and all that stuff. He does a lot of rumor. He does like some leaks and everything like that.
Oh,
He's
that's you trying to say
legit.
like Modern Warfare.
He's
I
legit.
was like,
Apparently, he's like legit and everything like that. But the articles from Charlie Intel and all that stuff, who's a very great site to look at for Call of Duty stuff and everything. I highly recommend going to their website and everything, checking them out and everything. But it looks like this year's title will be called Call of Duty World War II Vanguard. Uh, Now this is more rumors. We don't know yet until we get fully all that stuff of when this fully comes out. From what I'm seeing, based on this, it's taking place in the 1950s. Expand this. It's technically somewhat of a sequel in a way to World War II and all that stuff, but
okay.
it's focusing more on the European front of the war and all that stuff and everything.
Oh, that's cool.
Now, I didn't play World War II because I protested it because I got tired of World War II games at that time. Um, Manny, I know you were a person that did play it and everything.
Yeah, I played the campaign. I played the multiplayer. I
Now,
really enjoyed most of it.
now tell me, where was this mostly set in that time frame in the World War II?
Uh, Pretty much. I don't know the time
Like
frame, like as
location.
in
I mean
years. Like
location. I mean
it's
like
like a lot of the main locations. So like the damn, slipping my mind. Oh man, it's on D-Day. It starts off on D-Day and then starts. It's pretty much
so
it starts on
Japan.
D-Day and it kind of like, huh? No, no,
You said D-Day. I thought Japan for some
yeah,
reason.
no, the island, the beach.
Hiroshima. I'm just
What?
kidding. I'm just
No.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
It starts off on the beach, and then it kind of like you slowly work your way through all the mainly historical events
Pretty much.
that happened throughout World War
Oh,
Two.
so it's still Europe mostly.
Yeah, it's still on the European front, and then you have you have a couple different missions that are on U.S. soil as well.
Okay. Um. Here's
That
here's
I
my.
can say without like spoiling, if for those of you who haven't played the campaign that you bought it for some reason.
I didn't even
Well, I
touch
mean,
it.
a lot of people like they'll like be like,
I didn't
"Oh,
touch it.
damn, they're gonna have a new World War Two game. I
I
should
didn't
play
touch the
the
game.
old one."
I didn't touch the game. Uh,
How much you borrow
and all that stuff.
it?
Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, how much you borrow
Okay, so but anyways, here's the thing. Here's my gripe. I'm tired. I've gotten by the time when World War II was coming out, I had my fill of World War II games and all that stuff. We've had enough of them and all that stuff. Like I've been dealing with World War II games since Medal of Honor on the PS2.
since you were my age.
No, because
Almost.
no, Medal 2 was PS2 era. I was like 13, 14.
Oh, yeah, never mind.
Yeah, and all that
Yeah,
stuff. So I've dealt with a lot of World War II games and all that stuff. I
yeah.
mean, I know Call of Duty originally originated from World War II with Call of Duty 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, and 3. Uh, and then they shifted towards like the modern stuff and then Vietnam and all that stuff with Black Ops and everything. But it was like, for me, it was like playing another World War II game, let alone being a Call of Duty game. See, that was the other thing. Call of Duty fatigue was also at that time too for me and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
Everything like Infinite Warfare was the one before it. I want to say, if I'm correct. Um, as much as I tried to play it, I couldn't get into it as much. And then but then COD for me at that time, was more single player stuff. I would dabble in the multiplayer here and there, but I wasn't into it as much as I am to it now.
You
Um,
know what I think would be dope? Sorry, excuse me. Like we need like Call of Duty, like Battle for Independence, like against like the Redcoats and stuff. That'd be kind of cool.
you want the Revolutionary War?
Yeah, that'd be tight. That'd be. I can imagine. Mainly because I want to see multiplayer in that style. Like I think it'd be
Just look at the
kind of fun.
just look at the load
Like
times and all that stuff, taking 5 minutes and everything just to.
exactly, exactly. You would need to be hella precautious, like with every shot. You would.
Yeah, but that's the thing is like on a Call of Duty game, people would Call of Duty fans would riot for that kind of game, seeing that kind of thing. So
Yeah,
like I get what you're saying. Don't get me wrong and all that stuff, but I think Call of Duty fans would just riot about that.
yeah.
Here's my thing with this. Okay, it's been a while. I know it's been a while since I have played a World War II game, particularly. Um, of course, most likely, um, there will be some integration to like the Warzone stuff, the Prestige system, and everything like that, and everything. So I, depending on how this reveal works, how this goes, I may be playing this. I may play another World War II game for the first time in a while. But if not, I'm probably gonna be sticking to Warzone. But then again, like World War II guns are gonna be in Warzone and everything. So it's just gonna be like, this is gonna be so weird and all that stuff.
Speaking of Call of Duty title, um, if you don't mind me asking, what's that dragon gun that I've been seeing? What's that all about? Because that's a dope looking gun.
That dude, I don't remember the name of the bundle right now. Give me a second while I pull it up and
Oh,
everything.
it's a bundle. Okay, that's what's up.
Because it's a
That's what's
bundle.
up.
Because it's
So it comes with a couple different
so it comes
weapons,
with
a
two.
sticker
It's
probably.
yeah, stickers, calling card, and all that stuff. Give me a
Okay.
sec while I grab it. For...
Do you know off the top of your head what weapon this is
It is
a
a
blueprint for?
it's a Krieg 6 is which is
Oh, okay.
the main Mastercraft bundle gun for it. The other one is just a regular blueprint with the nice with just colored on it. That it is a
Okay.
it's a M60 LMG. If I'm saying
Oh,
that
okay.
correctly.
I actually
Um,
use that quite a bit in I believe I use it in the zombie.
yeah, and it does come with a calling card, sticker, charm, and I don't I feel like I'm missing something else, but I could be wrong.
I'm
And
guessing it's like dragon themed.
it is yeah, so it's literally it's literally the like so the barrel is a dragon. And so and then when you
Okay.
flourish it, when you're like giving it a look, it actually floats in the air and all that stuff.
Oh,
Hmm.
that's cool.
Yeah,
And it's like purplish, right?
blue.
Oh, it's blue. Okay.
It's more of a blue.
Uh,
It is the Necro King Mastercraft bundle. That's what it's called.
oh, okay.
Oh, and it's a tracer pack too. It comes with a tracer pack. Oh, so how it works? It dismembers the enemy in ice in a way, so they're like frozen in
Oh,
water.
okay.
Yeah,
So there's an effect then,
in a way.
such as I
It's
think
not like an
like
effect.
the past Leprechaun one.
It's not like an actual. Yeah, it's like an effect of like more of cosmetic, not an actual. He becomes frozen, like he's actually frozen throughout the rest of the game or something like that or anything like that.
No, yeah, no, that it's like
I'm just
the St. Patrick's Day where you burst into gold.
yeah.
Your head bursts into gold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's more of a cosmetic effect than it is more of a actual in-game
Yeah. No,
effect.
no, he's not gonna stay frozen.
Well, no, it was like
That'd be
I didn't want people to get if people who watch us and all that stuff and everything like that. I just want to let them know it's
like
like
that's OP.
yeah, yeah. It is 2,400 gold cod points for
Which
it.
is
$24.
$20 or $24. That's 20.
Did you say 40?
No, I said 20.
I was like,
Yeah.
that's a weird. But it's a cool. It's one of I don't think I've mentioned. I think I've mentioned this in in our podcast over, but I know I've mentioned it to like you and Arturo and all that stuff. It's like I think this year, on a cosmetic standpoint and item shop stuff, I've enjoyed Cold War stuff that I had with last year with Modern Warfare, outside
Oh,
of
definitely.
Saw and Texas
Yeah,
Massacre and
that
all that
was
stuff,
towards the end as well.
and that was towards the
If you
end
think about it.
and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And also, but then again, it's like it is more of the fact of this is a different Cold War is a different developer and all that stuff, and
It's
then
Raven, correct?
Treyarch,
Treyarch. Oh, Raven was Warzone. Yeah.
Raven is running Warzone right now, and then there's Infinity War which runs the Modern Warfare.
Okay.
And for that, and then we also have Sledgehammer Games, which is actually doing the new title, the World War II title,
Okay.
and But the thing is like with Treyarch in particular, because they've done the whole Black Ops, they're the ones most known for their mastercrafts, guns, and all that stuff, and everything like that. So it's like you're coming, and especially that the fact that it is Cold War, it's the Cold War era, which is like very more hip and all that stuff, especially what they've done with the mastercraft guns so far. So it's like
Makes sense.
of course I'm gonna go for this one. And
Yeah.
that's the interesting about that. Like with this World War II title, what is the item shop's gonna be like now and all that stuff with and
Correct.
how everything's gonna be and all that stuff. Their guns, their and all that stuff, the blueprints, operators, and everything and all that stuff for that stuff. It's gonna be an interesting because the fact of the integration with Warzone coming most likely. to it, and I'm just like, I'm not scared. I'm just more of the fact it's like, though Cold War on a, I don't want to say public standpoint, but more of like, I guess hardcore. It's not the favorite so far. Um, it's like
Yes.
on and off. It's like on and off. Like if like people are like, there's like a battle between Modern Warfare and Cold War right now. Cold War and all that stuff and everything. It's like, I mean, it's like, what can you do? What can you do?
Yeah, I just use them both.
And all that stuff. I mean, I just stick to war. I mean, I don't have Modern Warfare installed anymore and all that stuff because most of the guns I use are already leveled up in that game and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Well, the ones I use for Warzone particularly and all that.
Yeah. Well, now you don't even have to really worry about it because it's cross compatible. So
Well,
if you
yeah,
don't have, if you didn't have it, then
yeah,
you
but
can
it's,
just use them.
most of the guns I already have because I've played the battle. I've had the battle passes for each game and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
and and it's like I said, the ones that I mostly use, the ones I use in Warzone, I have already leveled up when during Modern Warfare's time span and all that stuff. So it's like I'm good to go for those ones and all that stuff and everything.
Yeah, you're all set.
And though it's like I am, and so it's like seeing how how the gunplay is going to be, and then plus like we're also in a season right now like where it looks like for Dansk maybe no more after this and all that stuff, and we might get a new map overall. So it's like, what's that going to be like with those guns coming in? Because most likely Warzone is going to be like you're going to have Modern Warfare, Cold War, and then whatever Vanguard. I'm just going to call it Vanguard now. Vanguard guns in that mix, and then depends on how they play, how that works, and all that stuff, blending in with all those together, and all that stuff. And I'm just like, yeah. I mean, it's exciting, but at the same time, it's like I said again, these are World War II guns that we're gonna be that's gonna be integrated into Warzone. It's gonna be like, how would they play, how would they fare, and all that stuff.
How's the loading time?
The reload times for those guns.
Exactly.
Um,
Not as bad as a musket.
but anyways, um, I know Manny. I think you're excited about this because it is World War II and all that stuff, and you did like World War II
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
Not as a war, like as in I'm a big
Yeah,
history nerd, so
yeah,
yeah. Not like as in not as in I enjoyed the war.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm just a big history guy. For military and stuff. But
Mm.
yeah, I'm excited.
Be interesting.
I really enjoyed the last one. So hopefully they, if this is a continuation, that'd be really cool.
Well,
See if they how how they're gonna treat it.
yeah.
So I'm
So
excited.
yeah, because it does like in the article, in the Charlie Answer article, like there's a lot where it says rumors suggest that the 2021 game, meaning Vanguard, will take place during the 1950s, spanning beyond what the 2017 game covered, and its focus on the European front of the war. So it looks like it is somewhat most likely a continuation of sorts to World War
Yeah,
II, and
that's cool.
we'll see how this goes. Also, I mean,
We
it is,
will.
and
Excited.
I mean, like I said, it's like it depends how the reveal goes and all that stuff, how it plays.
Yeah.
Most
I'm
like,
also pretty excited to see how they're gonna style the operators as well. That's gonna be really interesting as well.
yeah, because it's gonna have to run that same system, that
Yeah,
operator system. It's gonna have to for like multiplayer and
yeah,
all that stuff, like similar to how Modern Warfare and now Cold War is with for not with these operators
yeah.
and all that
It's gonna be
stuff.
really cool.
And I know World War II did have zombies.
Yes, it is.
Was that even good?
It wasn't horrible, but I mean, it wasn't Cold War. Um, in my opinion.
Mm.
But I mean, I've always thought Black Ops has always had the best zombies, but I kind of liked the style how they integrated it into like somewhat the main storyline of the actual game.
Mm.
They integrated it, so it was cool. As in, like not literally, but somewhat. Like you can see why it was that time of that year in zombies. It wasn't like futuristic. It stayed the same years roughly, so it was
Mm.
really cool.
Okay.
But as in, was it the best? No. Was it the worst? It was a solid. It was decent. It was good.
Mm. So, before we go on to the next topic, and since we're all on Call of Duty, Treyarch did tweet what it looks like to be a new Outbreak map coming. Um, there are, so the talk so the, From what I'm hearing so far, it looks like we're getting a big update. So similar to how last season was, so like what they called season one reload, where it introduced it like any new stuff and everything like that, and then of course Firebase Z and all that stuff for zombies. So it looks like we're getting that same thing for season two, where we're probably gonna get a new outbreak map. We're probably gonna get some new maps and new stuff. This week, I might as well bring this up because this is COD related and it's funny as heck. So last week, the crossbow accidentally arrived in the item shop and then got removed. Um, and they refunded everyone who bought the bundle, and then they reset. They were about to reset any progress made to get the gun in general. But since then, they're still doing the refunds. But if for those who did had progress on the gun, once the actual gun goes live, that will carry over and all that stuff. So they will be
Oh, okay.
so it doesn't
That's cool.
they don't have it doesn't reset or anything for them. Um, and it comes to
Speaking
find
of
out.
last week, speaking of last week, if you go to Ricky's TikTok page, I don't know Ricky on TikTok, you'll see a pretty funny clip of us playing multiplayer.
The one TikTok of all things, man, he actually puts a like and comments on of
um,
all of them.
he gets tomahawked across the map, so it's a real hoot.
I've I've
I
always
recommend.
I've always seen clips and everything of the person doing that, but I've never seen a clip of someone actually being on that end of it. So the fact that it happened to me, I was like, this is an opportunity to post this stuff because it was like,
And the hilarious part is he like literally steps into the path of the tomahawk.
it just literally by accident. It's literally by accident
Yeah.
because you don't know where it's gonna go because it's literally cross map and everything. And the next thing I know is like I just make the turn and then I'm like, how? Wait, what?
Yeah.
And then when you
Yeah.
see the kill cam, I'm like, oh,
Are you serious?
oh,
It
okay.
was,
Like
it was hilarious.
I'm not even upset about it really after
Yeah.
like seeing that and everything. Like bravo to the person that just randomly happened to do it and all that stuff. Unless he was
Yeah.
hacking, but then again,
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
I don't think so. It didn't look like it. It
It was
looked
like bravo to him to actually pull that off and everything like that
yeah.
and all that stuff. And
It
like I
was
said,
pretty awesome.
I've never seen a clip of the person receiving that. I've always seen the person that always does it and gets it, but I've never seen a clip of someone actually end up getting that. So I was
Yeah.
like, I just felt like it was a perfect opportunity to do that and post it and show it
Yeah.
to everyone
It was really good. You guys should check it out.
and everything. Uh,
Yeah.
but anyways, but back to the crossbow thing. So apparently the crossbow is actually supposed to release this week.
Okay.
Could be I think it's either the day this episode is out, which is on Wednesday, or the next day, which would be Thursday, and all that
Okay.
stuff. So
Well, I probably still won't get it, but
I'm getting it and all that stuff
I'm
because
gonna get the dragon.
I don't know how long they stay in the thing though
Yeah.
in the item
Yeah.
shop. Like it's not like Fortnite where they tell you every day.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll probably grab it today and then switch over to Apex. No. Yes, Apex today at
We
SG and Twitch.
we're recording this on a Monday.
So
We play Apex on Mondays.
yeah, Monday, Tuesday. Just go to my Twitch and then go to my schedule, and there should be a schedule up for all the games that we play. Um, I do. I have a schedule. Um, so just in case I have the times 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. But yeah, so
Okay.
that's what I gotta say. I'm probably gonna grab the dragon. I'm probably gonna grab.
Okay. On to the next thing, which is something two very good things, special things came out this past week. All that stuff. Well, it depends on what kind of fan you are, really. In all honesty, with one of them.
Yeah.
and all that stuff. We had one which is the the next chapter into a magnificent franchise that we have, and the other is a 4 hour, I guess you can say, roller coaster in a way, but at the same time, it's like make you finally have uh sense into this world, and
Yep,
we're starting with what is the Snyder cut, Justice League, and everything.
correct.
I have seen all 4 hours. Once it released
I've
on with midnight, Manny's seen,
2 and like 15 minutes, I
so
think.
he
But
has.
all good. I've liked it. I liked it. It
I
wasn't. I got sleepy, and it was
see
like
you
one
didn't.
o'clock in the
I
morning.
had to get to the question
It
first
wasn't.
before
I
you had
didn't
to
cut
answer
it
that.
out.
You didn't get let me ask the
I
question before you did that. You just had to jump
didn't
right
want.
to it. Hey, let me
Yeah, I
ask the
didn't want people to
question.
be like he
Let
didn't
me
like.
ask the question and all that stuff
Yeah,
before you
I
continue.
I
I
enjoyed what I watched.
I just asked how long did you watch it. I didn't say if you liked it yet.
What I've seen. I can't
Oh
say I've
man.
liked the whole movie because I haven't seen it. But
Mm.
as of what I've seen, which is about an hour 15, I really enjoyed it compared to the original. Yeah.
Anything so far of what you've seen that you've liked?
Yeah, kind of like how they set up the whole Barry thing. He's like saying, like if I go fast, I see the speed of light, something like that. He doesn't like to go there. He can, but he doesn't like to. That's a rule he doesn't want to break. And then you see him do that with the stone before it touches, or after it touches, he like slowly rewinds it to grab it. Really grab it. And it kind of sets up the big thing at the end. So um, yeah. that's, that's the only thing on my head right now. Trying to think. I like the way I like the costume change. Not the costume change. You know what I mean. What's his name? Dude with horns. Hammerhead Shark.
Steppenwolf.
Um, Steppenwolf. That's it. That's a rock band. Anyways, um, so I like his costume change. I think it looks really cool. I enjoy the style of it. Um, I think it looks a hell of a lot better than the last one. I don't know about comics. I don't know what he looks like, so I can't be like, okay, you're comic accurate because I read DC comics. Love Steppenwolf in it. I think right now really should have written down notes. Uh, that's it. That's all I can think of right now. That's all I can think of.
Oh my. Oh my.
I was gonna write down notes, and then like I kind of forgot because it was like 11:30 ish. So it's like I just kind of wanted to watch it, so I just watched like as much as I can. But I really enjoy. I also enjoy like the more dark tones that it has to it, as in like lighting. It's a lot darker, literally. Um, the other one was like a little more brighter in some areas. This one has like a lot more dark shading to it. It's really cool. And the lighting aspect is darker to evoke like the feelings the movie brings. So I really enjoy it. Yeah, that's what I can say. So I can say confidently. Maybe that took me about a week.
Um. Oh, where should I? How should I start this? I, so coming into this, it was more of the fact it's like I'm gonna watch this. Whatever comes out of this, okay. Um, the fact that this is 4 hours long and has several different parts to it, I was like, how? I was like, wait, what? Why didn't you just make this episodic?
Oh,
Instead of one whole thing.
dark sides in the ancient battle. They put dark side in them. They put dark side in the battle or the ancient. That one explaining, and then like that's cool. That's cool. It shows like he was like on the battlefield. That's tight. Remember? And then
I didn't know what you're talking about.
he cuts off Green Lantern dude's hand, and then the ring's gonna float to him, and then it dips because he gets shot by an arrow. Remember that? That was cool. I liked how they introduced, like they showed Dark Side on. It reminded me of like 300. So that was tight. That's it. Come on. Okay. I remember.
Oh, and we lost Manny. Okay, there he goes. There he goes. He's back.
Yeah.
He's back. Um, After watching 4 hours of this, um, I can say that I enjoyed I enjoyed this more than the original one back in 2017 and everything. And I do feel like there is more reasons to why this happened in this particular scene to it and everything for this in particularly. Um, I think what we got from I feel like this is much of a better story for Cyborg and Flash than what they were in the original movie. To finally see that they how they become who they are at the end of this, uh, everything about it just felt right. Like it felt like getting to one scene to the next feels like this. It didn't need to be there. What as much as everything that was funny from that the funny scenes the funny scenes in particular from the Lord have been removed from this one. Besides a few scenes, though that's more fleshed out, where it was nice. I enjoyed the tone. There are the slow. I do agree after like thinking about it more and hearing other people. I do agree that the slow mo scenes are a little too much, and there are a couple of some scenes in general where it feels like it's too long. For
When
this,
he catches the Batarang.
but then again,
Is that one?
no, that's not. No, that's not it.
Oh.
Not
I
that in
felt like that was a
particular.
good.
Not that one in particularly. It's not. It's there's some other things that feel like it's slow motion wasn't needed, and then there's some scenes that it feels like it didn't need too long. But then again, this is supposed to be the whole cut of this movie and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's more particularly like if you've seen this that feels like it's too long or not needed, it probably would have been cut originally if this was more in a theatrical view for it. Um, I I think the point of how we get Superman of where it shows of where it gets Superman because I mean if you haven't seen the 2017 movie, what's wrong with you? But then again, reasonable at the same time. Um, it feels like that lead up to him makes sense of why they do it. Um, the epilogue is a nice it is a nice thing to have because it does bring the question of what if and all that stuff about and that's more of what if Snyder never left? What Warner Brothers didn't touch all this stuff and everything like that and let it be? What could this be after Justice League came out for this? Of course, Steppenwolf does look like Steppenwolf is a much better villain in this than he was originally. Um, I love the whole dark side. He is like Thanos, but just with this portion of the movie. How Thanos was more of an
Yeah.
overarching thing. Then that Dark Side is the same thing, but just within this movie, and it made sense of where he was with this. For this, um, the story, of course, the Age of Heroes storyline was really nice to see and everything about that. And I'm trying not to. I'm not gonna spoil. I'm not trying to spoil as much for the wrong because I know Manny. I want Manny to see the rest of it, though he doesn't care about spoilers as much. Um, and everything, but I want him to see it. I still want to see the
Oh,
rest
by
of
the
it.
way, what was that weird part? Remember when Aquaman was like going back into the water? Why were those people singing? That was kind of
Yeah,
creepy.
that was one of the scenes I thought felt like that didn't need to be there.
I was like, why are they singing?
Like the beginning part is fine, but like when it went longer and longer and longer to the part of where the chick
Yeah,
grabbed the jacket and everything and smelled it, I was like, this is too much.
yeah, yeah.
And all that
And
stuff.
like the weird singing was behind them, and it was like, hey,
And
this
all
is
that stuff. So
weird.
it's like that's one of the scenes I thought was like didn't too long, not needed to be there and all that stuff. If this was more of a
Yeah.
theatrical cut of this movie and everything. Batman being Batman is fun. I love.
Batman being Batman.
Well, I think I enjoy this Batman a lot. That's why I actually like this Batman. I feel like him being older, older person that he is, and he's more of like because he's done this for so long and everything, and he's here to make sure like we have this again and all that stuff. Like it brings like somewhat of a renewed faith in him and all that stuff, and heroes and all that stuff. It's
I
kind of a
mean,
cool
this
thing.
Batman did do a lot. I mean, he wrote Chasing Amy. He wrote Blunt Man and Chronic. He you haven't seen Jay and Silent Bob
I'm
from
talking
any of the
about
movies?
I'm talking about Justice League in general, not Ben Affleck himself. And all that stuff. Um, Wonder Woman's much more of a badass than she was in Wonder Woman 1984. In all honesty, uh, Aquaman's being Aquaman, though it feels like they did tone. It seems like he's more toned down in this version than the original, and all that stuff. And then what's interesting about this is like watching this movie after seeing Aquaman itself. It's like, what would this be if this was a little more darker and all that stuff? What would Aquaman be like? Because that tone of how Aquaman, how because you do see Vigo and Mira, who are in the Aquaman movie itself and everything. But it's like they're more. It's like somewhat of a more difference in that movie than this seeing this. So it's like it makes you
Yeah,
think of like would Aquaman. How does Aquaman continue on like on this and all that stuff and everything like that from just within that with outside of within Justice League and all that stuff? Would it be different and all that stuff and everything like that? We know King Orm is still is the king of Atlantis and all that stuff. We know that and everything and everything like his mom does get bring up his mom is brought up in this and all also and everything though the whole thing about uh Aquaman's mom was also the caretaker of Mira when she was a kid seemed a little off and all that stuff by what I can remember from the Aquaman movie. And then Vigo, I think that's his name, Vigo. He's like the trainer, the guy that watched
yeah.
Aquaman
The
when he
guy
was a
that
kid,
was in the painting from Ghostbusters 2.
uh,
Yeah.
the Green Goblin for those in
No,
Spider Man.
because you know how like that's his name as well. Remember
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, that's why I kept
the
saying Vigo.
painting?
Yeah, that's why I kept saying.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why it's like that's the only thing that's close thing in my head. Um, like, cause like in Justice League, he had the hair's down. He looks a little more. I guess you could say, not buff, but like some. He looks different
Phil.
from the Aquaman movie itself and all that stuff. And would like I said like how like Atlantis would Atlantis be what we see in the Aquaman movie and all that stuff? Like it's a lot of difference to that. I see in that. Um. So it's like there's some questions right there about like if on a continuity perspective of it. Um. Oh
It's
no. I'm that's pretty much my stuff about it and all that stuff. I overall I did like the movie. I do not. I told Manny this and is this in game? Definitely not. This is not in game. Uh,
yeah. That's how he pitched it to me. He's like, it's good. It's not Endgame. It's good.
yeah,
And I was like, all right. That's legit how he pitched
and all that
Justice
stuff
League
because
Snyder
like
Cut to me.
because like here's the thing because like the one thing I was coming into to this movie too also was like how are people going to react to this after watching it and all that stuff because of course a lot of people been begging for this version of the movie because Snyder never got to fully finish this movie and all that stuff and everything because of the passing of his daughter, the stuff between Warner Brothers and all that stuff like that, having Joss Whedon direct the rest of the movie, and thus giving the 2017 version, which is like, ugh. Like I bought that movie and I still have I watched it once and haven't seen it since.
He bought it?
Yeah, because I mean because
Damn.
like when I saw it in theaters, I was like it's not that bad and all that stuff. It has its moments, but it's like it's nice to it was probably worth seeing again because and all that
Yeah.
stuff. But so then I bought it, I watched it again, I haven't watched that version since. Will I watch the Snyder cut again? Yes, I will. I'm willing to watch it again and everything for that. But it's just like I think with the one thing that I've noticed that people are wanting, which and I believe probably won't happen, is they're like saying restore the Snyderverse, meaning bringing everything the universe of what this is to get back and all that stuff. And for me, it's like I don't think that's gonna happen and all that
No.
stuff and everything like that. And it's like and then I'm seeing like these really crazy things about like this is a masterpiece and everything like that for this 4 hour thing. That like this is the one of the seeing his vision is mostly like we're seeing and how it builds out how it's building out this universe and all that stuff, which it does. Don't get me wrong, and all that stuff. But at the same time, it's just like okay,
So they're still gonna reboot or no?
I don't know. That's the thing. And that's the other thing. We don't know what's gonna happen, especially now after this Snyder cut. After the Snyder cut is now released, and people are like, fans are like, bring us back the Snyderverse and all this stuff. And I'm
Damn.
just like,
So what you're saying is no Henry Cavill in the MCU.
well, I mean, I mean, no, I don't know. We don't know.
Wait, can you be in like a DC? Can he be Superman and like someone in the MCU at the same time? Is that
Uh,
legal or no?
technically, yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
I mean, it's not. It's happened before. It's not
What
like,
was it?
but not with big people. It's not like with big actors. It's
Yeah,
been
that's
like,
the thing. It wasn't like Superman and whoever the hell he would be. It's not
yeah,
like I'm Superman and Colossus. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
that's
It's not like
which would
that.
actually be a good fit. Like I could see Henry Cavill as Colossus. That'd be tight.
Okay, I was thinking. No, I don't think Cyclops would be a good one.
No, he's too buff for Cyclops.
Yeah,
I couldn't see a buff looking Cyclops. That'd be weird.
yeah.
I don't know who he would be. I don't know.
Um,
Captain Britain. I don't know.
interesting. That'd be an interesting one. Um,
Maybe. Anyways, let's
but it's
continue.
like I think just more of the fact that it's like it's a good movie. Overall, it's a good movie, and I like it. I like I said, I would watch it again. Um, but at the same time, it's like Warner Brothers has kind of messed up the DC universe in a movie perspective already, and all that stuff. And
Yeah,
they're trying to make this whole
just reboot it.
multiverse. They're trying to just make this more of a multiverse thing, a singular multiverse and a singular universe. And I don't know if I mean, I don't even think Snyder himself has even said like if this goes well, like he would come back himself and all that stuff. Like
Yeah,
he was willing to. I mean, he was willing to bring to show his vision of the movie of this movie and everything, and good for him.
yeah,
But I don't know if he's gonna be willing to like try to bring this back and all that stuff and everything, like and everything. And then plus it's like we don't know if everyone's willing to come back. There's also the whole thing about what the actor who plays Cyborg, Ray Fisher, with his allegations and all that stuff of with race and everything like that during the shooting, but not just with Whedon, but also Warner Brothers in general, all that stuff. So it's like, uh, where do you go with this and all that stuff
yeah. That's true.
and all that stuff? So it's like it's a it's a questioning thing. Um, if it happens, that's good. If not, it's like guys got to figure out something to make this work because it's like and all that stuff. It's like for this to work. Um, but I hope overall, I just hope this work. I just hope it goes well. I'm like I said, it's a good movie. It's not something like I said. This isn't. Some people do try to compare this to the MCU, and I'm like,
You
no,
can't.
you can't. You
There's
can't
no
at all,
possible way.
and all that
No.
stuff. I'm not gonna say what they were specifically of MCU because I can't remember right now on the top of my head, and all that stuff.
Was
And
it gonna be like? Was it like maybe there's like an overarching baddie as in Dark Side and Thanos?
and then
Was it
like,
that kind of thing or no?
well, I don't remember it correctly, and I could be wrong on this, so don't take this with a grain of salt. Someone said that the 4 hours of Justice League can be compared to the last, what is it now, 11, 12 years of the MCU. And I'm like, no,
No, that's
no,
not
not at
no,
all, not at
no,
all, not at
no.
all, not at all. Like again, like we've talked about this in so many episodes already. It's like DC kind of screwed up with this whole thing, and
Yeah,
they should have went the route of with Marvel, and then you did a Batman, Superman, and a Woman movie. You put Flash, Cyborg, and even Aquaman as like supporting characters in any one of those movies, so that way we can be introduced to them and all that stuff, and then you can do Justice League, so that way they're all back and all that stuff. Then after that, we can have the solo Aquaman movie and Cyborg and Flash, so that way we know that way we not only we have they're introduced in these other movies, fully developed in Justice League, but also their solo movies will finally like give them that finish to their origin story in a way, and all that stuff. And and I mean that's the dream, but at the same time now it's like they're back in the drawing board, figuring out what to do. Like we have the Batman coming out next year and all that stuff, and that's like the only particular. Well, there is the Suicide Squad coming out this year and all that stuff. And
is anybody excited for that though?
I mean, it's like the thing. The excitement about it is James Gunn directing it, and He's the one that directed Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So it's like there's some excitement there for it and all that stuff. I mean, I'm still willing to check it
Then we
out.
got Black Adam.
Yeah, but that's not they're not even shooting yet. If I remember correctly.
Damn.
Um,
Then what? I've been seeing promotions for that since like
we've seen promotions for that since it was
forever.
announced.
Yeah.
Since no, because
Like
that's the thing. Because that's the
what
thing.
the hell?
When you put the Rock into something, he's gonna promote it to every single time, no matter what.
Yeah, he's a good ass promoter. Dude. He promotes the crap out of things.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I mean, hell,
like to this
I wouldn't have these if it wasn't for him.
exactly. Like because of him, I know he has a whatever rig he's holding. He has a tequila. He was in Jumanji. He's in Black Adam. Like he's in Jungle Cruise. He's in.
It's
he's
crazy,
he's
crazy.
he's very much up to date. He's very much up to date.
Exactly.
Are we good?
No, we're good. We're good. You're fuzzy
Oh, okay.
and like you're lagging a bit on the video, but
Oh,
I
okay.
can hear you fine.
Oh, cool.
Um,
Um,
and but
yeah.
anyway, but overall though, it's just like I get why people can be excited for this and hope for all this, but at the end of the day, you don't have to listen to me. In all honesty, I'm just saying this as an opinion and all that stuff. Okay, don't attack me. Um, let's not get our hopes up and all that stuff as
I feel
much,
you're wrong.
huh?
I feel that you're wrong about this.
As in,
Completely. Completely. I just wanted to be negative against whatever you said.
you just want to
um,
be devil's advocate.
yeah. Uh, I was gonna try to plan something that I didn't really, just to see if anybody would say, yeah, you know, that's true, but I
Well,
didn't
no,
have
no, no.
anything.
But I see that's the thing.
Uh,
It's like it's not that I'm against it of them like trying to re bring back this universe. It's just more the fact that it's like if it happens, it happens, and I
yeah.
will be I will be willing to see it. But at the same time, it's like I'm not gonna I'm not gonna try to get my hopes up as much and everything like that, or try to
Yeah.
be like and everything. Oh my god. Okay. Sorry. An article just popped up on something. I don't know if it is something that's I enjoy that probably nobody else will understand, but I think it'll be a big deal if this thing comes true. Um,
Is it the stocks?
no, well, I kind of. I guess I'll well pop. Okay, let me end this now. I'll bring this up real quick and bring out some things about it, and then we'll go into our final topic.
Okay.
But I'm excited. Like I said, I'm glad the Snyder Cut's out. I enjoyed it. This is not MCU material of just not. Eh. I have a
It's as good as Age of Ultron. I'll say that.
As what? Is as good as what?
It's like Age of Ultron to me.
Age of Ultron. Okay, okay, that works.
Yeah, that's a solid
That's
comparison to
yeah,
it.
and
It's good, not amazing.
but it's like
I'll say
like I
that.
said, as I said, um, I will not be surprised. Like I said, I won't be surprised if they don't continue this on. If they do, it's gonna be that'll be awesome to check that out to see what happens there. I just hope they can
Yeah.
succeed in it and then and make it better at least.
If not, just reboot the series. Just
Okay,
reboot everything.
okay. So earlier today, let me get in this real quick. Earlier today, I found out an article that so the video call that me and Manny use for our podcast, we use Discord and all that stuff. And if
Correct.
mostly any gamer knows what Discord is and all that stuff. It's video calls, chats, and all that stuff. You can do server rooms and all that stuff and everything. There
Yeah.
was an earlier article earlier today that was saying that Discord might be bought by by a company, and its value at ten billion, $10 billion for it.
It's being bought by Skype. No, just kidding.
Close.
Oh,
So, but we didn't.
Zoom?
But no, hold on. But we never. They never said of who's the person that's gonna buy them. There's a lot of discussion and a lot of stuff. There's one company in particular who people would think would be the best suitor for this, and it looks like it might come true. Hearing an updated article, it looks like it's Microsoft that is gonna buy
Oh,
Discord
okay.
and all that stuff. And that's why I said close, many, because Microsoft owns Skype
Oh, they're gonna merge them. It's gonna
and
be
all
all
that stuff
bad. It's gonna...
and all that stuff. So, well, I mean, Skype is not even Skype anymore and all that stuff because like and everything.
Yeah,
Um,
but Skype isn't good.
and all that stuff. Well,
I don't
yeah.
like Skype.
So it looks like it's Microsoft, and then that's what the it wasn't rumors, but more of like that's what people theories were kind of were who are not just like in the financial world, but also in the gaming world, because they feel like it's a best fit for that and all that stuff. So if this is true and it comes to this and it looks like it's this, um, I don't think it'll be interesting. That means like Discord is good. I don't think they're gonna be like a whole. There's not gonna be this whole shutdown of sorts. Like, oh, you can't use Discord for certain things and all that stuff and everything like that and all that stuff. It's still gonna be run as its own company in a way and all that stuff. It's just you're probably gonna see
Yeah.
more Discord related stuff within the Xbox world and all that stuff, particularly and all that stuff and everything. And which was funny because like there's also an article today about it's no longer called Xbox Live. It's going to be called the Xbox Network, and that's just more the fact of what they're doing now with their services, such as like Game Pass, the cloud service, the X Cloud, and also with the game streaming stuff and some other stuff. But yeah, um, but yeah, it's a big.
So say I got a question then.
Mm,
So say they do start using implementing Discord in Xbox related things, which I probably will.
mm-hmm.
So say someone happens to say something to someone, and then that someone gets banned. Um,
Stop,
will
stop,
would
stop.
that person be able to use Discord?
Yeah, I don't think
Okay.
I don't think you're gonna see like Xbox Network services with integrated within Discord itself and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
Like I think it's more like it's gonna be more of like more of like integrations like Discord. There'll be a Discord app on your Xbox in particularly and all that stuff. There'll
Oh,
probably
okay.
be
Okay.
more. You'll probably see more because I pay attention to this stuff a lot, especially on a technology standpoint of like how this work. You'll probably see more of something more of like back end stuff, like the technology stuff that powers the stuff. That'll probably work within that and all that stuff. You're not going to see like Xbox networks policy services and privacy services will be into Discord and all that stuff and everything like that due to someone
I
saying
was gonna say I
something
know
like
a lot of
that.
people that are getting
Well, I
banned
mean,
from Discord.
well, I mean like, I know Discord has its own like policies of that kind of stuff, but I don't. It's not to the point of like
I
but
don't
I
follow
don't.
them though.
Yeah, I don't think people like actually follows them or actually does kind of report that kind of stuff at the same time.
Yeah.
But that's just it. But yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, final topic and all that stuff because it's
It is.
and everything, and it is the topic we've all. I've been wanting to talk about. I know Manny's been wanting to talk about this, particularly for some person in particularly, and all that stuff. And That is the Falcon and Winter Soldier, episode 1. I
Yes,
forgot the title of it.
it's finally here. Um, it is called New
New World
World
Order.
Order. No, it's not.
New
Oh, I
World
was right. Okay,
New
yeah.
World Order.
Okay, I
Thank
was
you.
right.
Thank you,
Um,
man. New World Order is
uh,
here, and episode
yes.
1. Um, we were able to watch it at midnight. No,
Yep.
there was no hiccups or anything like that. Thank God,
Nope.
and all that stuff. And I will start this off, Manny. What'd you think about the episode?
I thought it was awesome. It shows it's showing Bucky struggling with PTSD, which is very common for military or any type of work in that stature. Does as from what I've seen, like growing up around people with PTSD, um, due to military, you know, things, it seems pretty cool. Not pretty cool, as in good. I'm saying like pretty, really good, well done. Um, and it does a really good job of like showing people like what they go through sometimes. Bucky, he's trying to get himself, what would you call it, like liberated, I guess.
Situated.
There you go, yeah, situated, trying to but then still struggling. It throws him back to a comment. Yeah, comment said in Winter Soldier. Um, when him, Falcon, and Captain America were saying that when they got back, how their their bed was like a marshmallow. And it shows, as you see Bucky when he wakes up from his nightmare, he's on the floor. Um,
Oh,
which Sam said,
the
I
callback.
believe Sam said,
The callback to
yeah,
Winter
the callback,
Soldier.
yeah, which I believe Sam said he
Yeah,
used to sleep on the floor with a rock for a pillow.
yeah.
So that's a pretty good callback.
It feels like a marshmallow.
Yeah, you're sink to the floor. Yeah, so that was cool. It gives a really good job of showing how the Marvel, Avengers deal with their money situation in the MCU, which is a
Well,
big question that we
well,
had.
not just that in general with like just heroes, but I think like we have to like
People from the
we're
snap.
this is post blip. This is 6 months after Endgame, so we are
Hmm.
now not only seeing Falcon and particularly of having a what how learning about how Avengers get paid, but not just learning how everyone else in the world is dealing with financial situations and all that stuff and everything like that. Now that half of the world is now back in everything because stuff was so
Yeah,
different back then during the blip during those 5 years.
it really was. And then you see, as he with the whole bank thing, and then he asked the question. Like I said, everybody wanted to know how the Avengers get paid. As we know in the comics, I believe Tony paid him, correct? In the
I
comics,
never
Tony paid the Avengers.
I didn't care about it as much. Oh,
Yeah, so like yeah, it kind of explains the money issue that people are having after the blip. So that's pretty cool. It like gives us $1 million question.
well, not only that, not just money issues in general, but particularly for, and I'm not trying to make this, and I don't mean this in a bad way because I think I did think of it like that when I first saw this scene, the bank scene, but it kind of confirmed it. It did confirm it from people I've watched and explain it, but it also just shows race in a way, like just how the fact that it was like the guy was like, "Were you a football player or something like that from LSU?" And I'm like, "Really? That's the first thing you say?" And then people can think that other in so many different ways, in all honesty, but at the same time, it's like it does show that for one, it is Louisiana, and Louisiana is known for LSU, which football is a big deal, and all for
Yeah,
particularly.
I feel like I would have probably asked the same thing. Like if I recognized them but didn't know, I'd be like, is she LSU? Like especially because I know Louisiana's like extremely supportive of the Tigers.
Yeah, and
So
it's
like I
just
figured like maybe like he's like I recognize you from some. So like he played for
yeah, but it's
football or
just
something.
more yeah, but it does show it more of a racial tone, which does make sense of where that's coming from. And there's some people can probably disagree with that too, and that's fine and all that stuff. But it does show that. It does show that because it's more of the fact of it's like, well, it's like because it does bring up the fact of like if yeah, it's been 5 years after the blip. Yeah, Falcon himself has probably hasn't had steady income for the last 4 years because he's been gone from the face of the earth and all that
Yeah,
stuff. and everything. But
Yeah.
at the same time, it's like, what if it was a white person coming back from the blip also? And yeah, that may sound a little extreme and all that stuff in some cases to people and all that stuff and everything. But it's just it is something to be asked about in a way almost too and all that stuff because it's the South also too. And I'm just saying I'm not trying to like start an argument and all that stuff. I'm not trying to say I'm not. I'm just saying like I'm just trying to see it from both ways and all that stuff and everything and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
And it also, yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I see what you're saying. Yeah, no, and it also like shows the hidden conflict between him and his sister as well. Like, as in, she was staying home while he was,
She
away
was
joining the Air
yeah
Force.
she no but not only that she was alive during the 5 years also
Yeah, and
like
she had to
and
struggle with the whole thing
the
for
five
5 years, keeping the boat
the,
running.
keeping the business alive and all that stuff especially and also taking care of two boys and for that
Yep.
stuff it's like that is something to deal that is another thing like you're we are seeing literally so far from just this one episode and probably maybe throughout the rest of the next five because there's only 6 episodes
The
this
struggles that people been going through.
we're gonna see struggles. We're gonna see the struggles of what happens with the blip and all that stuff. I think uh we haven't even got to like what I think was like one of the coolest things of it was Rhodey being in this episode
Yeah, I was so hyped when they showed him. I was like,
and
"Hey, I
everything
know
and
him."
but the thing is it's like it's much so much deeper to it than
Yeah,
if you don't look at
it's
it.
very different. His appearance is very different from the Iron Man's movies
Well,
and
not
or
even
the Avengers movie.
but not even
I
that.
felt his tone was
It's
very much different.
well, it's not even just that of like just because of the show and everything, and how, if it's different, it's just more the fact that it's this is Sam and Rhodey, and they do have differences. If you remember watching Civil War and all that stuff,
Yeah,
especially in that one scene when they were talking about the Accords and all that stuff, and then seeing them two and all that stuff, and like because like if you can tell, it's like Rhodey was upset, was more seemed look he looked more upset of Sam giving away the shield and all that stuff than
yeah,
putting it away. Unlike the guy that shook his hand, and then of course at the end he was the guy that announced the new guy in the end of the episode was like
yeah,
telling him you did the right thing and all that stuff. And then it's just like,
yeah.
and that comes into it does come into that race question again because it does. This is going to be a big honesty. If it does lead into what everyone's thinking of him becoming Cap, like you have to remember in the comics, it comes to that same issue in a way and all that stuff. But it's like
Yeah.
you're seeing, but pretty much like in this scenario right here between Rhodey and Sam, especially that conversation they have and all that stuff, asking him why didn't he keep the shield and all that stuff and everything, and for all that stuff. Like you have to like look at that. It's like this is our new Tony and Steve at the same time
Pretty much.
and all that stuff. This is gonna be our new Tony and Steve and all that stuff in a way. But like the only difference is like they're both military men, technically in a way.
Yeah. Okay. That's the other question I had. Is he still active in the military?
Rhodey,
Yeah. Is he still active?
most likely, and like because we have to remember
Because I wasn't sure.
because most like because the thing is like it depends on what has happened with him too
Yeah.
because like remember he was alive during the 5 years too. He
Yeah.
was alive
No, I know
during the five
that. Yeah.
years. Um,
I wasn't sure if he was still active or not.
and
Because he
also
was still active up until the whole time. It seemed like he was still active.
no, he was active the whole yeah he's been
Yeah.
active the whole time. Um,
I just wasn't sure if he was active as in right now. In during the
yeah,
time of Falcon Winter Soldier.
yeah.
But
So it's
yeah.
like it is kind of interesting of like what his position is, and also and if we're gonna see him again throughout the rest of the show, too, because that'd be nice to see, if he does, and also for
Yeah.
that, and it
Maybe
was
we get a suit up.
it was another
Did he
thing.
tell-
It was gonna be interesting. I don't maybe probably who knows.
I mean, it's not really needed, but it'd be cool to see him.
Yeah, and it's just like so. It was just that scene in general was just so nice to see.
Yeah.
So cool to see and all that stuff. We let's see here what else.
We
Oh,
get introduced to the Flag Smashers being.
I was gonna get into that a bit later because
Okay.
I want to connect that with something else. Um,
Okay.
but
Because I wanted to get into the big name last.
that was the one thing that no, yeah, that's because I was gonna connect that with that. That's why
Okay. Okay.
and all that stuff. The question I had it was where did you catch it right on when Bucky's friend was the kid's was
Yeah.
did you caught on to that so quickly?
Yeah.
That hurt me. That
I
like because you
So when they first show him and he's like I won't say anything and he pulls the trigger. In my mind, in the back of my mind, I was like, that's gonna be used for something. I didn't know when. And then when I
well at
saw
first it's like
Mr.
at first I was just like oh it's just a flashback because he's waking up from it and all that stuff and then it goes into that next scene with the therapist and all that stuff and he's
Yeah.
talking about the dream so that part like I didn't get and then then when he talks to his friend and all that stuff and then all that stuff I was like oh that's kind of cool and then like he brings up then when the old man's like gets sad and he brings up about the son I
Oh,
was
about
like
the red bean paste. Yeah.
yeah that's where I caught it kind of like caught it on and I was like no that can't be no and everything
And then they confirm it.
and then it confirms it I'm like that hurts that hurts so
Yeah.
much
It's extremely sad.
especially with
Extremely
what
sad.
Bucky is trying to do and all that stuff when
Yeah.
she's trying
And
to
it's like
amend he amends his
how do you
tweets
amend that?
and all that
Yeah.
stuff of all things and all that stuff like the one thing is like I killed you he's telling him like I killed your son especially after getting him that date too and all that stuff
Which meant that by
that
the
is
way,
typical
that moment with the cat was hilarious.
that was awesome that
When he stops the cat.
that is so that is reminiscing of Iron Man 2 because Tony did the
Yeah.
same thing and all that stuff
Yeah. That was such a hilarious
and everything
scene.
and I was just
The
like but like because I've seen it twice already I think I saw this episode twice already and
I've
every
seen it
time
3.
yeah I meant to watch it yesterday but I forgot
I watched it today before we started this just
yeah
in case.
and but every time when it gets to that part that those scenes in particularly with the father and everything it's just like it just gets me every time and I'm
Yeah.
just like man like he's like this awesome like he has a friend and somebody in the same apartment building but it's also the father of the person the father of a son he killed and all that stuff and I'm like
Yeah.
oh my god and he's trying to he's on that list of people to atone and everything and it's the one he has hard is what seems like is most likely probably the hardest one he's gonna have to do is that one
Oh, definitely.
I want like
Yeah.
and the thing is like is this something that's gonna have to like is it gonna be out throughout the whole show and
I wouldn't be
everything
surprised.
and
I
everything
wouldn't be surprised.
because you also have to remember about the one thing about this episode like Sam and Bucky are separate they're not together
Yeah.
in this whole episode
Yeah.
and it's like
And their stories are similar but different
yeah
in many
it
ways.
really is because
Yeah.
they are both men not I don't want to say men out of time in a way because it's not technically that and all
Yeah.
that stuff but it's just more of them like because they're back into the
Going through
world
personal struggles.
with
Yeah.
after being gone for 5 years and all that
Yeah.
stuff
And then the way Bucky puts it that he felt like since he was the soldier, he's just been going from battle to battle, and then Wakanda was peace.
that one moment and that
Yeah.
brief time in Wakanda was peace, and he's trying to figure out
Yeah.
what he needs to do now,
Yeah. Or
for
what he
everything,
wants now, what he wants to
or what
do.
he wants
Yeah.
now. Yeah, like because like
Yeah.
he doesn't like if
Just
you remember,
adjusting to the world.
because just him, he's like he says like, am I free, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So and the therapist is like I love the therapist and all that stuff how she was with him and everything because she's like a former soldier herself and everything too,
Yeah.
and I was like this is
Yeah.
awesome and for
She,
that
yeah.
and
And
all
his
that.
comments to her are hilarious when he's just
You're you're rude.
yeah.
That's a bit abrasive.
Yeah. And then
But
when he gives her the phone the first time, I just started laughing so hard. It was a
it's
flip
like
phone.
you don't even have 10 phone numbers on here. And all that stuff.
Yeah.
You haven't responded to Sam. You haven't responded back to Sam. I'm the last person you
Yeah.
called. That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I was laughing
damn.
more at the fact that it was a flip phone. I don't know why. I don't
Oh,
know why. I was just laughing so much it was a flip phone.
flip
But
phones are still a thing. Um,
yeah,
uh,
they didn't Nokia make the new flip
I
phone, right?
don't.
I think,
I don't know who made what now.
or no, Motorola did. Motorola hasn't,
And
but
it's
yeah. So
what's
yeah, and then it introduces us to a group of extremely talented individuals.
are they
AE
really?
the Flag Smashers.
Are they really though?
They are. They are. They're really talented. Not good, but they're
Only one of
talented
them. Only one of them. We don't even know.
as
Only
of right
one
now
as of
that
right
we
now.
know of.
All the other person just came with a bag and hand out masks. That's it.
Hey, you gotta be pretty coordinated. You gotta be hand-eye coordination to hand
See
out
here,
masks and be
here,
looking.
here,
That's
here,
pretty.
here, here.
Yeah, and in that time frame, they had to be there at the exact same time frame. That I mean, you gotta give props to the setup man. You know, it's
Set
the
up my
steps that
man.
gets there, huh? Oh, setup. Yeah, you know what I mean. Um, it's the steps that get to the thing before. You know what I mean? You gotta do the pre stuff. You gotta do the steps right to get to the main event. You know what I mean? So you gotta give her credit.
Mm.
I mean, I'll give her credit. Anyways, so we see the Flag Smashers.
Two
Dude
of them.
straight up gets paralyzed. I'm pretty sure the security guard's paralyzed. He kicked him into a pole back first. There's no way
Or is
he's
it three of
walking.
them? I think it was three.
Um,
No,
huh?
no, two of them mainly. Everyone else was just. Anyways, go continue.
Yeah, anyways, so this is in the Swedish bank, which is notorious for
I thought it
looking
was.
the other way,
I thought it was
which
Germany.
makes company. No, I read some was
I thought they were in Germany. No, wait. My bad. My bad. My bad.
yeah. I was like, well, yeah. So they're notorious for turning their face the other way. But yeah. So he kicks the security guard into a pole, which is an extremely powerful kick. He kicks someone that I'll get into later. He like picks him up and slams him. As he tries to make the arrest, and then knocks him out with like a stomp, which was amazing. As in like the power that he has. So yeah, so like, what do you think these guys are? Do you think they're maybe like some super soldier serum from the black market? Do you think that it's
Well,
you know
that could be the theory. Particularly, like, well, you also remember like these are also people who from a particular person we're gonna get into pretty soon said that
correct?
these are people who enjoyed when the blip was happening, when the 5 year gap. They thought it was better
They liked it. The no
than all that.
barriers. What do you say?
Yeah, it was like
No borders.
yeah, no
No
borders and
more.
all this stuff and everything like that, and all that stuff. So there's like, so this is like, so it's like we know that much about him. We don't know if it's going to be a connection to Zemo of sorts or anything like that because, of course, we're going to
No.
get to him. Even though he wasn't in this
Um,
episode, he's going to come soon.
I heard a lot of episodes. I learned how do I speak? Hold on, let me get this sentence. I can't say it. Um, I've heard a lot of rumors and theories that it's somehow connects to the city they go to that Zemo takes them. It's called the Asian city, the city in Asia.
Oh, the Matterport when people were talking
Yeah,
about.
I heard it. So, yeah, I heard it connects to some black market thing on Magicor. So
We're only
that's a
calling it that
that's a
because
solid
that's what
theory.
people have been saying it is.
Yeah, Magic
Matterport.
Core, you call it. Yeah, that thing. I heard you know, I heard it was somehow maybe because that is a black market city, so maybe some super serum soldiers made it onto the black market somehow, or serums made onto the black market somehow. Someone's making their
Mm.
own super soldier thieves or something. So that's the thing. I don't think it's mutants. Not gonna get into that. Just not getting into that. I don't think it's mutants. I heard a couple theories on that. I don't think so. It's too early. Uh, and that's all the things that I got other than that one person. Ricky, you got anything else?
I'm at the wait and see approach. Honestly, with this group, I want to see because like right now it's like at the end of episode one, we don't know much. We know about them. We don't know much though. I do feel like this is going to be the overarching group of this whole show, along with Zemo.
Speaking of a working group, how do you feel about them making the Flag Smashers a group rather as one person?
I think it's better.
I think the name fits a lot better as well. Yeah,
It
and
it,
it makes sense for the MCU.
it makes sense, and it makes sense, especially with the story of so far what we know about them. Especially with this whole, they are more uh, how
They're a
blip.
terrorist organization.
They're more for the blip than they were more for the blip than most people were, and all that stuff
Yeah,
and everything. And there is a reason to it and all that stuff, and it's going to be an interesting one for it. I don't think having one person, one because you would because think like it can you can do it with the one person, but he has that group around him still. But then it's
yeah,
like you might as if it's going to be like that, you might as well just name the whole group that and all that stuff instead of just having the
yeah.
one person that leads
And it
that
very
name.
well could be like he's gonna end up showing up as the actual leader, the Flag Smasher, with this group, the Flag Smashers. I guess
But that's the
you
thing.
can do
Like,
that. It'd be weird.
but again though, like I said, like it could be that, or it's like it's how I said earlier, and what might be could be like it just could be just Zemo just running this whole thing and all that stuff too,
Yeah, very well could be. Um,
and all that stuff. But it's at the same time, it's
I
like
don't.
we'll see. It's like
Yeah,
we have to see how this goes and all that stuff because we still have 5 more episodes to watch.
we do. Uh, can't wait for Friday. Yeah, no, I really liked the fact that they're a group. I feel like it makes more sense in the cinematic universe to make them a group. Uh, as just one person, I don't think it'd be as daunting. Like not daunting, but like as threatening, I guess you could say. I feel like a group in this style makes it more like an underground organization. Not really underground though, because they're pretty public about it. But
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's really cool. Um, so the person that
No,
I thought you were gonna say.
it's an there's an article I popped up about Winter Falcon Soldier, and I find it kind of interesting, but kind of not don't agree with in the same way. We can talk about it
Oh,
after
okay.
if we want and all that stuff.
So I unfortunately don't have the thing to show you. I could find it, but the person we're building up for,
No, no, no.
I'll try.
The person that Mandy's bringing up for and all that stuff, because we still haven't even talked
Yeah.
about the big action scene in the beginning of of this episode, which is awesome.
Okay, let's go with that one first.
I mean, particularly is like I'm gonna make it short and clean because I know Manny wants to get to this person because he's a big fan of this person and all that stuff.
Oh, dude,
He's so
huge
hyped.
fan.
He's so hyped about this. I'm gonna say
Huge fan.
I'm so excited. I was so that beginning action scene in particularly with Falcon and Bartok was literally like just the coolest thing and what was needed for this to start this and all that stuff and everything and the fact of how he is just so able to like because the one thing about it is Falcon versus Bartok because it's like of course like this is supposed to be the next Captain America, how does he fight and all that stuff because Bartok, if you don't know, was in Winter Soldier when they had the convoy when they took over the convoy and all stuff of all the shield agents and all that stuff. Of course Cap and him got into a fought and all that stuff, and they were like even pair and all that stuff. So it's like
They really were.
you similar get that with Falcon and him with Bartok, but it's kind of probably gonna be different, which it was, and all that stuff, which
It
is pretty
was. It was
cool,
very different.
and all that stuff. But then not also that, but then like the whole chase the whole air. I don't
Squirrel suits.
squirrel suits.
Yeah.
We'll call it that for now, because I think there's an actual name, but I just can't think of it right now.
I feel like it's squirrel suits.
It could be. Who knows? Uh,
Yeah.
that whole scene right there of going from one place to the other. Falcon trying to like catch up with them, Red Wing popping out and all that stuff, and trying to take out one of the things
Oh,
and
did you hear the beat
jumping.
by the way when he called Red Wing?
Yeah,
The like droid beat. That was cool.
yeah, and then like jumping from one helicopter to another and all that stuff and everything like that.
Yeah,
And it's
and
like
just dipping all the time.
and then like they when they land to the first one, they said they thought they lost him. He's like, "What?" Falcon's like, "What's up?" Because he just sits in there with them and
Oh
all that
yeah,
stuff. He's
he
like,
just sits in the lead. Yeah.
he's like, "What's up?" And everything just punches him. And then and then at the end where he goes when like he has the missiles behind him, and then somehow was able
Oh
to
yeah,
avoid him.
he
But
switches.
but
Yeah.
gets the was it the sergeant? I forgot the class.
Yeah. No, it's a sergeant.
It was sergeant. Grabs the
Yeah.
sar.
They didn't say his name. I believe they said his name one time. I didn't catch his name.
Yeah,
I know he's Sergeant something.
they said his name, but
They never said what the mission was though. Like
no,
I don't know why they would
no. The plane was already
do that big of a mission.
at the beginning of it. The plane was already taken, and all that stuff.
Correct.
The plane was already taken.
Correct.
So I think it was more the fact that Bartok and them were trying already got the plane. The part of the plan was also to make sure they can't they can't catch him because apparently that sergeant had vital information of or something in particularly, and then
Did they say that? That's the thing I
I
was trying to figure
that's
out.
what I'm going based off right now. I might have, like I said,
Yeah,
and and since they're about to go into uh another country in particularly,
another
which
territory. Yeah,
another territory which they have no, the U.S. has no, army has no jurisdiction in Korea pretty much, and they have no chance of getting to him. Of course, that was going to have lead into that's what led into Falcon doing that. And I could, like I said, I have to rewatch the episode again to make sure what it was. But that's
correct.
what's going
Yeah,
off what I remember.
yeah. The main part about the sequence was I was trying to figure out why, like, what this dude had, because obviously, in order for him to do that kind of a mission immediately, he had to have known something
Yeah,
that they didn't want them to get.
yeah, exactly.
Um, so yeah, it's gonna be really cool to find out. Hopefully, we can find out what information that man had.
Yeah, and then like
Um,
who knows, like that information is probably will lead into the show. But the thing is though,
correct.
with this scene in particularly, introduced us to a new person into the MCU, and that
Yup.
and what's his name, Manny?
Joaquin Torres, dude.
Gotta love that
Or
segue. Gotta love
hopefully.
that segue. Gotta love that segue.
Yeah, we say
All
it.
that stuff.
Uh,
Now, for
so
those who don't know, Manny will give you the 401 on what who this person is because I don't know much about him myself.
okay, introduced in Sam Wilson's Captain America issue 2, I believe issue 2, but officially introduced in Sam Wilson's Captain America issue 5. Um, Joaquin Torres is a Mexican American person. He ends up picking up the mantle of Falcon when Sam Wilson picks up the mantle of Captain America in the comics. He gets the Falcon wings due to experimentation, and it's more like a it's not mutant because he's, I guess, mutated, you can say, but he's not a mutant. He's just mutated.
He's more of a
He's more of an experimentation.
he's more a
He's more of an
science
experiment.
experiment. He's more experimentation.
Yeah,
Yes,
correct.
yeah. It's not
So he
it's
doesn't
not the
necessarily.
gene. It's not the X gene.
Yeah, it's not the gene. It's not anything like that. And it's not like in the movies and stuff where Falcon has the actual wings. Um, he has actual wings under his arms. He has a suit that he ends up obtaining that's different from original Falcon. It's like a lime green and white. Um, and he has like he can do the kind of like thing with that Sam Wilson has in the comics, where he can communicate with birds and stuff. Um, and yeah, he becomes an ex-Falcon, and he's a Latin American person, young man, and it's really exciting to see. That it's just another promise that Marvel's keeping up with bringing
Diversity.
in bringing in diversity into the MCU. Um, I feel like this was the best choice going into the MCU. Uh, Looking at all the Latin American, Mexican, or Cuban stuff like that, ethnicities like that. This was probably the best choice because I mean, other than Miles Morales because we have him, but uh, I can see him. I don't see Spider-Man 2099 happening because
That's a
he's
future.
another Mexican
He's in
American
the future.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be weird unless they do some kind of like a weird multiverse thing, but that'd be weird. Because why are you gonna have two Spider-Mans in
Well,
a
he's gonna
franchise?
be. He is introduced in Spider Verse,
Yeah, he was in the Africa, right?
the post credit
Right?
scenes. Yeah.
Post credit. Yeah, there you go. So I can see him in the Spider Verse. That'd be cool. But whereas Miles Morales I can see in the MCU, I can't see him in the MCU. I wouldn't see him in the MCU. Um, but if you're going into Mexican Americans,
Excuse me.
he's the clear choice.
Well, I
Excuse me.
mean, well, also, I mean, time travel has been introduced in the MCU,
True, they could bring him in like that. Yeah.
so I'm just saying,
Maybe,
but we don't know for
but
sure,
it'd
but
be. I don't think I really care for like two Spider-Mans other than like Miles Morales and Peter Parker. Like that's. I mean,
I'm
and then Miles Morales you don't have to have, but it'd be cool to have.
you don't
Um,
have to have.
Nah, you don't have to have an MCU. Think so? Because that's the whole thing. Like, why do you have Spider-Man? You know what I mean?
There's two Spider Mans in the comics.
Yeah, but like, I don't. You
It's
don't have to have them. It'd be cool to have them, but you don't have to.
I, we'll see. I'm not sure.
I mean,
We
I
still have
haven't looked into that ethnic background in the MCU, so like maybe there's another character that they can use if they want to use that ethnicity, if they want to go on that. But like, as in Miles Morales,
He's Afro
it'd be cool to
Latino.
see him. Yeah, Afro Latino.
I
Yeah.
love that
Uh,
phrase. I love that so much.
but then here's the thing, like, do they? Because he's Puerto Rican and African American, right?
Yes.
Like, I don't know if there's like another Puerto Rican African American in the comics. There is. I
What do you
haven't
mean?
looked.
What do you mean?
Like, if there's another superhero that's Puerto Rican African American, I don't know.
Outside of Miles Morales?
Yeah,
Why does that matter? I'm just asking. I'm not saying it as a
because we're bringing in diversity, right?
yeah, and
Yeah, like if they want to use that like ethnicity, like if they want, if they like say they want, all right, we want so many ethnicities to join the MCU. Like if he's one, like if Afro Latino is another one, like I don't know anymore. You know what I mean? I don't read that many comics to know.
well, in general, like I think Miles Morales, and this is gonna get a little off topic right now.
Oh, you're fine.
Miles Morales in general, I think is always if depending on the whole like. Here's the thing. Also, we have to also know for the fact that Sony still owns Spider-Man rights to the movies and all that stuff, even though and they are
Yeah, correct.
even though they're working with Marvel Studios with the recent Spider-Man movie and all that stuff and all that stuff goes there. Say if that still goes well and all that stuff and everything like that, I think it's only
Yeah,
fitting to have Miles Morales in the MCU and all that stuff, and that makes the representation because you can expand on that just as a culture, similar to how Black Panther worked and all that stuff,
yeah,
and for that stuff in particularly, there are um, diverse characters, particularly um, like right now there's been talks of a character named Echo. She's going to be introduced in the Hawkeye series, and she is a deaf Native American. For
correct.
that, and if I remember correctly, um, and that there's talks of having she's going to have her own Disney Plus series within the
Oh, okay.
MCU and everything. So there is that there. Um, there's also stuff like White Tiger. Um, I think she's of Latino descent, if I remember correctly.
I don't know.
I'm going based off Ultimate Spider. Was it Ultimate Spider-Man? That cartoon show? Yeah, Ultimate Spider-Man. That one. There's some other one like that. I can see like that as a character in there, and like if for like Miles Morales particularly, it's
I,
tough.
uh,
It's tough,
yeah,
and also, but
it
it is
is.
possible though. It is possible because there are diverse characters in there.
There are a bunch of characters. I just don't know them.
We're
You know
just
what I mean?
horrible at the research on it right now. We're just horrible on the research
Yeah.
right now.
I'm just. I mean, the only reason I know about Joaquin Torres and Aguilar. I don't know if you guys know who Aguilar is. He's an Iron Fist. He's another Mexican
Mm-hmm.
superhero. He is Zoro with lightning bolts. It's not the best. It's
Mm-hmm.
not the best at all. He's not a superhero, he's a villain. But the only reason I know about them too is because I've happened to read the comics with them in it, and then just kind of follow that character.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I don't know. I haven't done my research. I really
Mm-hmm.
should to see if there's any more different ethnic superheroes or villains as well. It'd be cool to see an ethnic villain. That'd be pretty cool. Kind of as a couple. Um, as we had like in Killmonger, and I think that's it, right?
Mordo, technically,
What'd you call him?
the bill is due.
And then like like and then we're getting Shen Li or Shin Li, my bad. Shin Li.
Shang Chi.
Shang-Chi, there you go.
Oh my
Um
god.
I'm horrible at pronouncing things. Um so that's another ethnic, superhero joining. And then we're also getting the Mandarin, which is
The real Mandarin.
Arabic? Yeah, the real one,
No, the
which
real
is
Mandarin
Arabic,
is
right?
Asian.
Oh, Asian. I've never read that comic either. Um so that's another, ethnic person, which is really cool. Just broadening the diversity in the MCU, which is really good. But yeah, I'm excited. I think getting back on topic, do I think Joaquin Torres is gonna be experimented on? No. Um, I feel like he'll probably just get another suit like Falcon, to be honest.
He'll tame
I don't
wings. He'll tame the wings.
yeah, yeah. he'll either obtain the wings completely if Falcon becomes Captain America completely, or he'll just get his own pair.
He'll get his own
I mean,
pair.
we did see, yeah, because no, like what I'm saying is like he'll either take Falcon's,
No, 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 no.
hand me
He's
downs,
getting
or
his own pair
yeah,
because if Falcon becomes Captain America, he's still gonna keep the wings, because like he did
yeah,
in the
because he keeps
comics.
the wings in comics, but like they don't.
But you're saying, but no, no, no. You're saying how it sounded like. You're just like he's gonna get Falcon's wings, like it was gonna get inherit to him, and all that stuff. But it's more. I think it
Oh,
saying
okay, I see what you mean.
it
Yeah,
makes more sense of just he's getting his own wings, but he's inheriting the Falcon name. There we go.
yeah, that's there we go. That's what I meant to say. Okay, um, I hope they go with the color scheme. I mean, we did see him kind of trying to work on Falcon's tech in that one scene when they were at the table,
Yeah,
and then he's like, "Nah, because once I've been working for the Air Force, something always goes wrong." So you do see him kind of like interested
yeah.
in that tech. You also see him like interested in what's going on with Steve Rogers. Um, he's wearing
He's
green
pretty
other than
much
his camos. He's wearing green.
he's pretty much a way is how Joaquin looks up to Sam as Sam looked up to Steve.
Correct. Yeah, it's mirroring that. Yeah,
Yeah,
and yeah, he's wearing green other than when he's in his
yeah.
in his camos. That makes sense. But I mean, one could say that camo is a little green. It's more tan, but like has some greens in it. I guess he's
Camels are
wearing a
camels.
tech.
Camels are camels.
Yeah, like if you want to get extremely technical, I guess, but why would you? Um, but I mean, we see him wearing a green jacket at the table. It's not the same color green, but like
Mm.
it doesn't have to be. I
So
mean,
my
yeah.
question is, and for you, because I know you're the fan of him and all that stuff. Do you think this show will be his launch point to become that, or or like the start of it, like come the end of this
I
series,
feel
like say at the end of this series, like he's not Falcon yet, but like it's like that. How can I compare this to? Rhodey
uh,
looking at the Iron Man suit in Iron Man One,
yeah,
and then be like,
that's
next
what I
time.
feel it's more like.
Okay.
It's just setting it up for the next time we end up seeing a Falcon story, either like within an Avengers movie or if Falcon even gets his own movie, that'd be kind of cool.
As
We'll
Cap.
see him. Yeah, if we see Captain Falcon. No, that's a weird name. I don't know what they would call it, but like we see him starting to slowly, like
Hmm.
Rhodey, like you explained with Rhodey,
Yeah.
and then he eventually gets his own suit. I feel like that'll be the best thing. I don't know why they would just rush him into a suit. It would. I wouldn't like that.
Well, I mean, it's 6 episodes. It is six
Yeah.
episodes. So we have 5 left, and that's why it's like, do you like? That's why I was asking, like, does
Yeah.
it lead up to him getting his own wings at the end, or does it lead up to the beginning of the start of him becoming that
Yeah.
and all that stuff?
I see like slowly he starts either working with the tech for Falcon
Mm,
or just getting more of like an apprenticeship kind of status with Falcon.
mm,
And then eventually he'll get his own tech in a future, installation of the MCU movies.
okay.
That's what I see happening.
Okay.
Um, yeah. Would I love to see him in the suit in this season?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm okay with it not happening, and then slowly building up. I'm okay.
Mm.
So yeah, and we don't even know if that's King Torres. We hope it is, but we don't. It
You
was
don't.
his first name is never confirmed. Only his last name.
True.
Because even on his cell phone, it just says Torres. It doesn't say
Uh,
Joaquin.
it
So
seems like no. It seems like this could be him. The people one of the groups I watched that reviews this stuff, like they did reference this Joaquin Torres
yeah,
from this and everything. So it's like I can see it, and I won't be
yeah,
surprised if it is on all that stuff. But it's just like, yeah, it's I think it is gonna be more of that. He
that roadie feel.
we're introducing him right now, and maybe towards like the end of the series, that it's that it's gonna be that not that next time baby
We'll
moment.
set you up for it.
It's like you're gonna see that Easter egg of sorts, so that like this is where his path will lead after the show, and
Yeah,
everything. So
definitely.
so
And I feel like that'd be even better because when we do eventually get it, it'll feel a lot like
oh yeah,
more of it. Not.
No, no, no.
satisfying, I
Yeah,
guess.
it
I don't
is.
know.
You know, satisfying because
Yeah,
that's literally what this MCU is about and all that stuff. Especially now, especially how they
yeah.
introduce so many
Just
characters.
slowly building.
It's literally like they don't introduce characters besides a few. Um, now, but nowadays it's like
Immediately.
immediately it's like they'll be introduced in either a movie or a show and all that stuff, and they build within that. And if they get their own thing, they'll get their own thing, and then it's will no more.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
Because even Hawkeye was introduced in Thor. Like
yeah,
Thor was before Avengers, right?
yeah. Thor one.
Okay. Yeah. See. Yeah. So I mean, like even though even that character, like even if it's just a mention, they're introduced before they're gonna officially become whatever they're gonna become.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, extremely excited for the series. Well, I've always been. I don't know if you guys seen the past, before even WandaVision came out, when we were reviewing the timelines. I was extremely excited for this one. Just to see just to see what what Bucky's going through. I'm a big fan of Bucky, so just see what he's gonna be going through after all the I guess you can say trauma and torture he's been going through. Um,
Oh yeah,
so it's gonna be really cool. Yeah, it's gonna be really cool.
because it's a nice change of like this is definitely a nice change of pace after
Yeah,
WandaVision and all that stuff. And I
yeah,
feel like especially how the order of these shows and movies are coming out, especially because WandaVision starts us off. Now we have Falcon and Winter Soldier. We'll get a break because we'll have Black Widow in that time, but also then we'll have Loki in the summer, and then whenever then Shang-Chi in the summer, and then like when if what if the animated show is still semi canon in a way, but it's just more what if stories, and
yeah.
of course Hawkeye, Miss Marvel, Eternals is what rounds out the rest of this year. So it's like it's gonna be interesting of where this. Oh, then of course Spider Man in December, um, and um,
Oh yeah.
and then we'll see how this all rolls and all that stuff and everything of how this goes. Now,
So the next year, Captain Marvel 2 is gonna be the first one, right?
I don't think so.
If I'm right,
Give me a second.
because I don't really know dates. I know like more
Give
of timeline wise.
give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. You know,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, you know timelines, but you don't know how
Yeah, I don't know dates.
theatrical stuff release
Yeah,
dates of
theatrical releases.
the list of shows and
Cause
movies.
this, cause this one happens 2 months before
Six
Spider-Man, right?
Falcon.
Yeah, I
So
think that's what they said,
it's
right?
6 months after Endgame.
Yeah. So it's a year after Endgame, a year after Wanda, technically, and
So
I believe it's 2 months before Spider-Man?
it's somewhere in there. It's somewhere. So it's somewhere in there. It like Homecoming. No, Far From Home is pretty much after of what we know so far timeline wise is after WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We know that much.
Okay. Okay.
Um, so we start 2022 movie wise because I don't know if they're gonna have something before it with the show. Is Strange.
Okay. Oh wow, that's gonna be. I'm definitely going to theaters for that. Even if California's closed, I'm
No, I think we'll be
going to
fine.
different state.
I think we'll be fine by then.
I
I think we'll be fine.
was like, I will go to Vegas for that.
No, I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine.
Yeah,
Remember, LA is supposed to open up theaters by the end of April, so
true.
we're probably going to LA to see Black Widow just for that day.
Yep. Yeah, just that day.
We're leaving from
Not going on.
like how's it gonna how the plan is. I think how I'm thinking it so far is, um,
Leave Friday.
we leave Friday night and all that stuff, and then once we'll probably get there late Friday night, early Saturday, and then just camp, just camp in the freaking parking lot of the
Probably gonna
theater.
sleep in.
Yeah, and sleep in
I've
the
slept
car,
in.
and sleep in the car and all that stuff. So that way, and then watch the movie and come back right after that.
That should be the title. It's like we're going to the red carpet of Black Widow. That'd be hilarious.
That would be.
Oh,
So that'd be so funny.
I wonder how many people clicked in the last video and was like, "There, what? Mutants aren't confirmed in the MCU." I, because I got the notification Wednesday at 10 a.m. YouTube, Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and, on my YouTube app, right? And I was like, who's posting like this? And then I clicked on the video, I saw us, I was like, it's us.
Yeah.
So I showed
And
myself.
so
Uh,
boom, 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 boom.
by the way, guys, if you're coming here from our Instagram post, I didn't mean it was the last episode. Uh, I posted the promotion photo, and Ricky mentioned that it could kind of be you, took in as it's our last episode. I meant our last episode of the
It
installment
is taken as
of.
it is our last episode. It literally just
No, it's
says
like go check out our last episode.
check out the last episode of the No Name Podcast.
Yeah, yeah. As in, like, go
Check
check out the
out
last episode we made. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. The like as in, okay. I'm not gonna get in this conversation again.
Like when I read that as in go check out the last episode, not go check out the last episode.
But but that's the thing. It's like I think it's more intended to be the last, like actual the last one and all that stuff. Not like the our previous episode and all that
That's the
stuff.
way I saw it.
That's what you're seeing and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
everybody else is like, what?
Y'all ain't doing it no more.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still doing it.
So series wise, the what's supposed to be in 2022 is Moon Knight and She-Hulk so far.
Oh, okay.
And all that stuff. So I don't know when those
Is Moon Knight Kit Harington? No.
No.
I heard Kit Harington was supposed to be someone.
No.
Oh, it's in Eternals, right?
Yeah, he's in Internals. I think it's the
That's
White
okay.
Man. If I heard that name correctly.
Oh.
But anyways, getting off topic, getting a little bit off topic.
Yeah.
Not off topic, but not related to what we're talking about, really particularly, and all stuff. But anyways, we probably should just end it anyways because we are just spitting all over the place.
No, now we're just rambling
and stuff and everything like that. But for that, we thank you for watching a podcast with no name yet. Again, catch us on YouTube, Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, other audio services around the world every Wednesday at 10 a.m. If you are watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, click on the bell so that way you get your notifications and everything. Don't forget to follow us on any of the podcast services and all that stuff so that way, because it does help us out a lot and all that stuff.
We're on TikTok and Instagram.
As much as we try to use those as possible.
We try to post. We usually post stories
and all that stuff. But catch you next time. Peace.